I'm Emma Ross. I am a 46-year-old mother of two children. I live in Drumnadrochit with my husband, and my children are Erin and Lewis. They're grown up now. And I was out with a really good friend of mine. We go out every Friday morning walking, and we were chatting one day, as we do, about everything, anything and everything, and we got talking about cancer. And she said that she had a self-check routine that she did every month without fail. She would check her breasts for lumps and things. And she said to me, what do you do? And I said, I don't do anything like that. And she was, a bit cross with me. And she was like, you must. And I said, number one, I'm too young for breast cancer. Number two, I would know if something wasn't right. So again, she was like, please start checking. And I was like, okay, I will. So conversation was completely forgotten about until the following week. And one day I thought, I better check, because she'll keep asking me. And I did. And I found a lump, which, I had no idea of knowing how long it had been there for. So I took myself off to the doctors, who referred me to the breast clinic. 5 weeks later, went out for my appointment. And a week after that, I got the news that I had triple negative breast cancer. So it was a long treatment plan, and there was ups and downs along the way. Lost all my hair, had various different side effects and symptoms that go along with being on chemotherapy for that long. And I was really, really fortunate that I was able to keep up my activity level through treatment. In fact, there wasn't a day that I didn't leave the house at some point during my whole treatment. And I think that was really important for me and my recovery and my healing. It just made me feel so much better in so many ways. Physically, obviously, exercise is a really huge part of recovery for cancer, and it's a really helpful way of helping prevent recurrence. So I was really adamant that I was going to do as much as I could. So out every single day. All that really matters is that you are surrounded by people that you love, and people that love you, and that you're just happy. And I think we take our health for granted so much in this country, but it's not until your health is threatened by something like this or other potential life-changing illnesses that you realise that really without your health, there's not a lot that you have. So I think we all need to be a lot more body aware. I'm very much an advocate now for normalising conversations with friends. If I hadn't have had that conversation with my friend that day, I know that my outlook would be, I know that I potentially would not be here. When I asked my surgeon what would have happened if I hadn't have found my lump when I did, he said that 6 months from when I had found it, it would be a very different journey for me. I had that conversation with my friend for a reason, that conversation happened for a reason, and I feel very, very lucky for that fact. But we need to normalise having these conversations with friends. We need to normalise saying, do you check your breasts? We need to normalise saying, have you had your smear test? Have you done your bowel screening? We need to be having these, awkward conversations with our family and friends, because early detection is key, and it can save lives. So I wanted to take part in Catwalk for a Cause this year because I always knew the amazing work that the hospice did, and I've done 7 marathons previous to the one I did last year, and 6 of those I had done for the hospice. So I was well aware of the work that they do locally and in our area, and it's always a charity that I really, strive to support when I can. I've had a lot of support from some really good friends and family, and some really close work colleagues who have been my absolute cheerleading team and my support network hugely, and have all, you know, they've been saying to me, "Oh, Emma, you'd be great doing that." Completely out of my comfort zone, something that I would, you know, never normally have you know, been comfortable doing. But yeah, I feel like it's a great opportunity, and it's a great opportunity to raise awareness and support for the Highland Hospice.